startling new numbers about gun deaths among children. Pew Research says the number of children killed by firearms rose 50% in just 2 years, from 2019 to 2021. KENS 5 reporter Jeremy Baker looked into the report and joins us live. And Jeremy, what else did this report have to say?
Well, that number in the report actually equates to about 800 more deaths, most of them kids close to their upper teen years. But it also said that about 1 in 25 kids will not make it to their 40th birthday.
Nobody wants to be, die by accident. We all feel sympathy for people who take their own lives.
Edwin Walker is a gun law expert. He says even though the numbers may be going up, that shouldn't affect an individual's right to own a firearm.
In the broad scheme of things, I don't know that it's enough to justify taking away an individual's right to self-defense with a firearm.
Here in the U.S., more children and teens were killed by guns in 2021 than any year since 1999. 60% of children and teens killed by gunfire, mostly older teens, are a result of homicide, which is the opposite of adults, where the majority of gun deaths are suicide. Overall in the U.S., there were over 48,000 gun deaths among Americans in 2021, which is up 23% from 2019 and the highest yearly total on record. Walker says a big chunk of the responsibility lies with the parents.
So every time you hear about a kid taking a gun to school or a kid accidentally shooting his friend, there has been an underlying crime done by an otherwise supposedly responsible adult that has led to that.
Other figures also found Americans' life expectancy dropped from 79 in 2019 to 76 in 2021. The big reasons: the pandemic, gun violence, and drug overdoses. That is much lower than a life expectancy of 80 in England and 83 in Australia. Walker says when it comes to reports about gun deaths like this one, you really need to understand the numbers and why they're being put out the way they are.
Whenever a report like this comes out, I think that while it does try to put on the air of nonpartisanship, whenever you dig down deep, it's certainly going to be used in a partisan way.
Pew survey found 45% of U.S. parents were extremely worried about their kids getting shot. Live in the studio, Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.